halls of Versailles, where the chandeliers gleam, Marie-Antoinette lived her delicate dream. Silk and satin, whispers in gold, a queen crowned in splendor, her story unfolds. But the winds of change began to rise, with whispers of freedom in the people's cries. In a world of opulence, her fate was sealed. For the Queen of France, the truth revealed. She danced through the night with a noble elite, unaware of the storm brewing under her feet. A gilded cage where innocence lies, but the shadow of revolution darkened her skies. But the winds of change began to rise, with whispers of freedom in the people's cries. In a world of opulence, her fate was sealed. For the Queen of France, the truth revealed. She danced through the night with a noble elite, unaware of the storm brewing under her feet. A gilded cage where innocence lies, but the shadow of revolution darkened her skies. But the winds of change began to rise, with whispers of freedom in the people's cries. In a world of opulence, her fate was sealed. For the Queen of France, the truth revealed. Waits with a crimson blade for the queen who once in beauty swayed. In the eyes of the masses her crown lay bare, Marie-Antoinette caught in despair. But the winds of change began to rise, with whispers of freedom in the people's cries. In a world of opulence, her fate was sealed. For the Queen of France, the truth revealed. Now history remembers the fall from grace of a queen who once ruled in a golden place. Marie-Antoinette, forever enshrined in the echoes of time, her legacy confined. In the shadows of Versailles, a whisper starts to rise, a tale of hunger, pain, and a kingdom built on lies. The people tired and broken, with fire in their eyes, march as one united under stormy skies. In the shadows of Versailles, a whisper starts to rise, a tale of hunger, pain, and a kingdom built on lies. The people tired and broken, with fire in their eyes, march as one united under stormy skies. Through the streets of Paris, the echoes start to swell. The Bastille falls a symbol, the tolling of the bell. No more kings, no more chains, let liberty prevail. The revolution's tide no foes could quell. From the ashes we'll rise, with banners held high. A new dawn is breaking, a red sky. Liberty, equality, fraternity prevail. The revolution's tide no force could quell. From the ashes we'll rise, with banners held high. A new dawn is breaking, a red sky. Liberty, equality, fraternity prevail. The revolution's tide no force could quell. We'll never die. In the court of Louis, fear begins to creep. The old world crumbles, its secrets it can't keep. The guillotine stands tall, where justice cuts so deep. A king's crown lost as the people leap. In the heat of battle, in the cold of night, the drums of freedom beat, calling us to fight. The strings of destiny pull taut, not light, as the old falls away to new birthright. From the ashes we'll rise, with banners held high. A new dawn is breaking, a red sky. Liberty, equality, fraternity prevail. The revolution's tide, no force could quell. We'll never die, the streets run red. The freedom's not won without the bloodshed. In the winds of change, the flags are spread. A new France born where the old is dead. The strings take flight, a cry for hope, as the revolutionaries climb the slope. Through the storm, through the fire we grope, for a brighter future our only scope. From the ashes we'll rise, with banners held high. A new dawn is breaking, a red sky. Liberty, equality, fraternity prevail. The revolution's tide, no force could quell. From the ashes wheels begin to fade, and the strings return. The fires of revolution forever burn. A new France born from the pain we spurn. In our hearts, the lessons we'll never unlearn. In the heart of Paris, under stormy skies, a whisper of freedom, a call to rise. The streets are alive with the sound of feet, as the people march their destiny to meet. The Bastille stands a symbol of fear, but today it shakes as the people draw near. With torches alight and courage in hand, they storm the gates, united they stand. Rise up, the chains must break. The walls of tyranny will crumble and quake. With fire in their hearts and steel in their hands, the people fight to reclaim their lands. The Bastille will fall, the dawn of the free. A new world born from this stormy sea. The drums of war echo through the stone as the people surge, they are not alone. The cries of the fallen mix with the roar of a nation reborn, demanding more. The gates give way to the flood of the brave. In the blood-stained streets, freedom they crave. No longer bound by a tyrant's decree, they fight for justice, they fight to be free. Rise up, the chains must break. The walls of tyranny will crumble and quake. With fire in their hearts and steel in their hands, the people fight to reclaim their lands. The Bastille will fall, the dawn of the free. A new world born from this stormy sea. The cannons boom, the rifles blaze, but the people's will, it never sways. In the face of death, they stand as one, till the battle is over, till victory's won. The gates give way to the flood of the brave, and in its place, a new hope is sown. The revolution spreads like fire in the night, as the people rise to claim their right. Rise up, the chains are gone. The Bastille has fallen, a new day has dawned. With blood and sweat, they forge their way to the light of freedom, a brighter day. The Bastille has fallen, the dawn of the free. A new world born from this stormy sea. The drums of war echo through the stone as the people surge, they are not alone. The cries of the fallen mix with the roar of a nation reborn, demanding more. The Bastille has fallen, the dawn of the free, a new world born from this stormy sea. The Bastille crumbles stone by stone, and in its place a new hope is sown. The revolution spreads like fire in the night, as the people rise to claim their right. Rise up, the chains are gone, the Bastille has fallen, a new day has dawned. With blood and sweat, they forge their way to the light of freedom, a brighter day. The Bastille has fallen, the dawn of the free, a new world born from this stormy sea. The Bastille crumbles stone by stone, and in its place a new hope is sown. The revolution spreads like fire in the night, as the people rise to claim their right. Rise up, the chains are gone, the Bastille has fallen, a new day has dawned. With blood and sweat, they forge their way to the light of freedom, a brighter day. The Bastille has fallen, the dawn of the free, a new world born from this stormy sea. In the hills of Gaul, a warrior was born, a prince of the 𝐓𝐵𝐿, where the old gods mourn. For 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿, with a crown of iron might, rose to lead his people in the coldest night. The Romans came with legions strong and vast, but in the heart of Gaul, our fire held fast. Through the forest deep and the mountains high, the spirit of the Gauls would never die. Stand tall, Gaul, let your battle cry ring. For freedom and honor, let the voices sing. With 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿, we'll take a final stand. The blood of the brave will defend this land. In the shadow of the oak, we made our vow to fight to the end, no retreat allowed. At 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿 we stood, our ground so true. But the storm was coming, and the skies turned blue. Caesar's legions pressed with iron fists, but in the heart of Gaul, resistance did persist. At 𝐁𝐴𝐿𝐿 our fate was sealed and cast, but the legacy of Gaul would forever last. Stand tall, Gaul, let your battle cry ring. For freedom and honor, let the voices sing. With 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿, we'll take a final stand. The blood of the brave will defend this land. In the shadow of the oak, we made our vow to fight to the end, no retreat allowed. At 𝐁𝐴𝐿𝐿 we stood, our ground so true. But the storm was coming, and the skies turned blue. Caesar's legions pressed with iron fists, but in the heart of Gaul, resistance did persist. At 𝐁𝐴𝐿𝐿 our fate was sealed and cast, but the legacy of Gaul would forever last. Stand tall, Gaul, let your battle cry ring. For freedom and honor, let the voices sing. With 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿, we'll take a final stand. The blood of the brave will defend this land. But in our hearts, the will was strong. Vercingetorix, with fire in his eyes, led the charge beneath the stormy skies. But the might of Rome was too great to bear, and the hope of Gaul turned to despair. Yet in our fall, we found our pride, for in our hearts, we never die. Stand tall, Gaul, let your battle cry ring. For freedom and honor, let the voices sing. With Vercingetorix, we'll take our final stand. The blood of the brave will defend this land. Rise, O Gaul, let your spirit soar, for we are the sons and daughters of war. With Vercingetorix, we'll be remembered grand as the last of the free in our ancient land. From the ashes of a throne overthrown, a new king rises but not alone. In the streets of Paris the people sing a cry for a different kind of king. Louis-Philippe, the people's choice, he reigns not with power but with their voice. The citizen king crowned by the crowd, a humble leader, neither proud nor loud. The crown of the people rests on his brow, but will it hold and will he bow? The drums of change beat in the air, a fragile peace, a king's despair. In the halls of power shadows loom, the people's will or a king's doom. He walks the line, both thin and fine, between the old world and the new time. A monarch by the people's hand, yet bound by chains of shifting sand. The strings of fate play in the night as Louis-Philippe faces the fight. To be a king but not to reign, in freedom's name he bears the strain. The crown of the people rests on his brow, but will it hold and will he bow? The drums of change beat in the air, a fragile peace, a king's despair. In the halls of power shadows loom, the people's will or a king's doom. The echoes of past kings whisper low in the corridors where shadows grow. Louis-Philippe, the people's choice, but can he hear their distant voice? The people rests on his brow, but will it hold and will he bow? The drums of change beat in the air, a fragile peace, a king's despair. In the halls of power shadows loom, the people's will or a king's doom. The strings rise up, a final plea for a king to rule with liberty. But as the drums begin to fade, the people's love begins to wane. Louis-Philippe, a king no more, his crown lies broken on the floor. In the halls of Versailles, where the chandeliers gleamed, a crown weighed heavy on a king who dreamed of a kingdom of justice, of peace and light. But shadows grow darker in the dead of night. Louis the King with a crown of gold in a world that was breaking, he tried to hold, but the tides of change, they swept so fast, and the glory of France could not last. Louis the King in the palace so grand, fate dealt him a harsh, unforgiving hand. As the people rose and the towers fell, the echoes of a kingdom's farewell. In the streets of Paris, the whispers grew loud. A storm was brewing in an angry in his chamber, so far from the cries, could not see the fire in the people's eyes. Louis the King, with a crown of gold and a wall that was breaking, he tried to hold, but the tides of change, they swept so fast, and the glory of France could not last. Louis the King, in the palace so grand, faked out in the harsh, unforgiving hand, as the people rose and the towers fell, the echoes of a kingdom's farewell. Prison cell, where the king was confined, he pondered the choices that haunted his mind. A man once revered, now facing his fate, as the wheels of history would not wait. Louis the King, with a heart so torn, in a time when a kingdom was reborn, he met his end with a solemn grace, as the guillotine fell, it marked his place. Louis the King, in the world turned cold, his story in history forever told, as the people rose and the towers fell, the echoes of a kingdom's farewell. Louis the King now rests in the past, could not last. In the halls of power where shadows lie, a man of vision with fire in his eyes, he rose from the ranks with steel in hand to carve his name across this land. And Paris, under a winter sky, the people gather, the flags held high, a coronation like none before for a soldier, a leader who sought for more. He took the crown with his own hand, an emperor now by his command. No king or pope could hold it down. Napoleon rose and claimed the crown from the ashes of war. A new era born, a ruler crowned on that fateful morn. The drums of destiny beat loud and clear as he ascended without a trace of fear. With ambition burning in his soul, he crowned himself to full control. The empire stretched from sea to sea under his reign. What would France be? A leader bold with a vision vast. But how long would his shadow last? He took the crown with his own hand, an emperor now by his command. No king or pope could hold him down. Napoleon rose and claimed the crown from the ashes of war. A new era born, a ruler crowned on that fateful morn. Drums of destiny beat loud and clear as he ascended without a trace of fear. With ambition burning in his soul, he crowned himself to full control. The empire stretched from sea to sea under his reign. What would France be? A leader bold with a vision vast. But how long would his shadow last? He took the crown with his own hand, an emperor now by his command. No king, no pope could hold him down. Napoleon rose and claimed the crown from the ashes of war. A new era born, a ruler crowned on that fateful morn. How it comes with a heavy weight, a burden carried by those who shape fate. His dreams of glory, his thirst for more would lead him down to distant shores. The drums beat faster, the strings grow tense as the world watched in suspense. For the man who crowned himself as king would soon find out what fate would bring. He took the crown with his own hand, an emperor now by his command. No king, no pope could hold him down. Napoleon rose and claimed the crown from the ashes of war. A new era born, a ruler crowned on that fateful morn. He took the crown with iron will, an empire vast, his dream fulfilled. But history writes in lines so bold the rise of kings and how they fold. From glory's peak to downfall stride Napoleon's tale in history's tide. He rose from nothing, a brilliant star. Guided by fate, he traveled far. In battles fierce, his name was known. A conqueror's heart, a kingdom's throne. From Egypt's sands to Moscow's snow, the world would tremble where he'd go. You soared so high but lost your light. Your dreams you chased, they slipped away. In the cold of exile you lay. On the fields of Bastille and Waterloo, and the heroes glory of fate to bend. The echoes of your empire fading slow. In the sands of time where the winds will blow. 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐿, a child of war, with dreams of power and so much more. Rose from nothing, a brilliant star. Guided by fate, he traveled far. In battles fierce, his name was known. A conqueror's heart, a kingdom's throne. From Egypt's sands to Moscow's snow, the world would tremble where he'd go. Going a fight, you soared so high but lost your light. The dreams you chased, they slipped away. In the cold of exile you lay. On the fields of Bastille and Waterloo, and the heroes glory of fate to bend. The echoes of your empire fading slow. In the sands of time where the winds will blow. He crowned himself the emperor proud, amidst the cheers of a roaring crowd. When power's flame can burn too bright, blinding the eyes to the coming night. The armies marched, the cannons roared, but the cost of ambition could not be ignored. In Russia's cold, his dreams did freeze as fortune shifted with the breeze. Oh, young, going no flight, you soared so high but lost your light. The dreams you chased, they slipped away. In the cold of exile you lay. From the fields of Bastille and Waterloo, and the heroes glory of fate to bend. The echoes of your empire fading slow. In the sands of time where the winds will blow. On 𝐁𝐚𝐬𝐿𝐵𝐿, slowly shore, he walked the paths of dreams once more. The falling star and tail of light that flickered out in the endless night. He gazed upon the distant sea, a man who shaped history's decree. And all the power, all the fame could not escape time's endless flame. Oh, young, going no fight, you soared so high but lost your light. The dreams you chased, they slipped away. In the cold of exile you lay. From the fields of Bastille and Waterloo, and the heroes glory of fate to bend. The echoes of your empire fading slow. In the sands of time where the winds will blow. In history's pages, your name will stay, a legend born in the light of day. But every star must fade from sight into the arms of endless night. Napoleon, your time has passed, but in our hearts your shadows cast. A tale of glory, a tale of woe, of a man who dared the world to know. In the dawn of fate, when the earth stood still, two armies met upon a fateful hill. The drums of war beat loud and clear, as men faced death without fear. Napoleon, the emperor, proud and strong, led his men with a battle song. But the winds of fortune began to shift, as Wellington's forces held their rift. At Waterloo, where the cannons roared, brave men fought and led on the crimson floor. With steel and fire they gave their all, as empires rose and empires fall. In the hearts and valor in every hand. But the sun set on Napoleon's dream as history turned a new regime. The cries of the fallen filled the air as the victor stood in silent prayer. For the cost of war is paid in blood on fields where empire stood. At Waterloo, where the cannons roar, brave men fought and led on the crimson floor. With steel and fire they gave their all, as empires rose and empires fall. In the heart of battle, in the heat of the fray, destiny was written, a fateful day. The echoes of war, they haunt us still, from the blood-soaked fields of Waterloo's hill. At Waterloo, where dreams were torn, in the dawn of a world reborn, we remember those who fought so brave and honor the lives that war could not save. The echoes of Waterloo, they linger on in the songs of the fallen, forever strong. In the streets of Paris, the people arise, a cry for freedom in desperate eyes. The tricolor waves against the sky, the old regime must say goodbye. Cobblestones turned into barricades, a nation's hope in the streets laid. The king's decree, it sealed his fate. For liberty, the people wait. The flame of freedom burns so bright through the darkness of the night. With drums of war and hearts of steel, July's revolution, France's appeal. No crown, no chain will hold them back. They march ahead on freedom's track. The echoes of gunfire, the clash of steel, the revolution's pulse, alive and real. From the poorest slum to the grandest hall, liberty's call, it reaches all. The old king flees, his power torn, a new dawn breaks, a nation reborn. But victory's cost is steep and wide, paid in the blood of those who died. The flame of freedom burns so bright through the darkness of the night. With drums of war and hearts of steel, July's revolution, France's appeal. No crown, no chain will hold them back. They march ahead on freedom's track. The drums beat louder, the strings take flight, as Paris burns in the dead of night. 1,000 voices, one single cry, for liberty, they'll live or die. The Bastille's ghost haunts every street, but now the people will not retreat. Their hearts are forged in revolution's fire, and in their hands the world's desire. The flame of freedom burns so bright through the darkness of the night. With drums of war and hearts of steel, July's revolution, France's appeal. No crown, no chain will hold them back. They march ahead on freedom's track. The flame of freedom never dies, it soars above in the Paris skies. With drums and strings they forge their fate. In July's fire a new France was made. Through blood and tears the people stand, liberty's torch in every hand. In a world of shadows, where knowledge was few, a young girl dreamed of what she could do. With a heart full of questions and a mind sharp and clear, she fought through the darkness to bring the light near. Marie, the radiance of a mind so bright, unveiling secrets hidden from sight. With courage and wisdom, you changed the course, a beacon of hope, a relentless force. In the depths of the lab, with each glowing trace, she uncovered the power in a dangerous place. Undaunted by fear or the toll it would take, she pushed through the limits for science's sake. Marie, the radiance of a mind so bright, unveiling secrets hidden from sight. With courage and wisdom, you changed the course, a beacon of hope, a relentless force. With each passing day, the light in her eyes faded like shadows in the night skies. But the knowledge she left, it shines evermore, a legacy of brilliance that will forever endure. So bright, unveiling secrets hidden from sight. With courage and wisdom, you changed the course, a beacon of hope, a relentless force.
In the quiet fields of 𝕰𝐿𝐵𝐷, a voice she heard so pure, so free. A maiden chosen, young and brave, to lead the way her land to save. Joan of Arc, the flame of France, an armor bright, she took her stance. Through fire and blood, she bore the light, a saintly warrior in the night. With banner high and sword in hand, she marched across her war-torn land. A force of will, a heart of steel, her courage all her foes could feel. With banner high and sword in hand, she marched across her war-torn land. A force of will, a heart of steel, her courage all her foes could feel. Santa, Santa, domina per asperare astra. Joan of Arc, the flame of France, in armor bright, she took her stand. cross. Through fire and blood, she bore the light, a saintly warrior in the night. Betrayed by those she swore to serve, her only crime, her sacred nerve. In chains she stood, alone betrayed, but in her heart she was not swayed. Joan of Arc, the martyr's flame, in history's pages forever her name. Through fire and pain, she won the fight, a holy warrior burning
Born to rule with destiny in hand, a crown of gold upon a noble land. From a boy to a king with a vision so clear, Louis the Great, no rival to fear. In the light of the sun he stands tall and proud, casting his brilliance over court and crowd. With a kingdom to shape and a throne to defend, Louis the Sun King will reign till the end. Versailles, a palace of mirrors and light, a monument to power, a symbol of might. He fought for the glory, for land and for crown. In battles and treaties, his foes were brought down. In the light of the sun he stands tall and proud, casting his brilliance over court and crowd. With a kingdom to shape and a throne to defend, Louis the Sun King will reign till the end. But the sun that shines so bright must fade, as shadows grow long and debts are paid. In the twilight of power, the court starts to fall, the Sun King alone in his mirrored hall. In the light of the sun, he stands tall and proud, casting his brilliance over court and crowd. With a kingdom to shape and a throne to defend, Louis the Sun King will reign till the end. But the sun that shines so bright must fade, as shadows grow long and debts are paid. In the twilight of power, the court starts to fall, the Sun King alone in his mirrored hall. In the light of the sun, he still stands tall, a king remembered by one and all. With a kingdom he shaped and a story to tell, Louis the Sun King who reigns so well. the grip of life. Walls are strong, but hearts grow weak. The hope once bright, now a flickering streak. The drums of war, they beat so loud, as darkness descends like a gathering shroud. But from the east, a maiden rides, with a banner high and a fire in her eyes. Joan of Arc, the chosen one, a flame of hope like the rising sun. With sword in hand, she leads the way, through blood and fire, to break the fray. For France she fights, with heaven's might, the Maid of Orléans in the darkest night. Through the breach with a cry so clear, she charges forth with no hint of fear. The English tremble as swords collide, in the hearts of the storm where heroes reside. The cannons roar, the arrows fly, but Joan presses on with a battle cry. For God and King, for land and throne, in the midst of war, her light has shone. But from the east, a maiden rides, with a banner high and a fire in her eyes. Joan of Arc, the chosen one, a flame of hope like the rising sun. With sword in hand, she leads the way, through blood and fire, to break the fray. For France she fights, with heaven's might, the Maid of Orléans in the darkest night. The smoke has cleared, the fields are still, the price of freedom, a bitter pill. But Orléans stands, her walls unbroken, by the strength of a girl, with words unspoken. A victory won, but the war goes on, yet the flame she lit, forever shone. In every heart, in every land, her name will echo like a mighty band. For from the east, a